Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm the Technical Director for Franchise 360, and in this short video I'll be demonstrating the Management Service Fee module in Franchise 360. One thing that is constant across all franchise networks is the requirement to collect management service fees from your franchisees on a regular basis. Franchise 360 helps with this by providing a module which will create the invoices for your franchisees automatically, as well as providing the ability to track outstanding invoices and see some analysis. Before we can do any of that, however, we need to set up how our management service fees are calculated and how regularly we collect them. To do this, from the home page, click on the MSF Invoices menu item. You will then be shown a screen with some instructions as to how to set up your fees. First, click on Add Charge and you will be shown a pop-up where you can choose the type of charge to add. The first option, if your franchisees are using Franchise 360 for invoicing, is to add a charge which is automatically calculated as a percentage of their turnover. Here, I'll add a management fee which is 5% of all invoices for the period. The second option can be used if you want to add fixed charges for services you provide, such as IT support or marketing. Here I'll add a £50 fixed charge for website hosting and email. Once you have set up the fee template, the next step is to schedule how often the invoices should be created and when. To do this, click on the Schedule tab and click Edit. You can then choose the frequency at which invoices will be created. This can be weekly, monthly, quarterly. I'll choose monthly. Which day of the month the MSF invoices should be created, I'll leave that as the first, and how many days after being issued an invoice is classed as overdue. You can also enter an email address to which a notification will be sent when the invoices are created. Once you've saved your settings, you can also see when the last MSF invoices were created and when the next MSF invoices will be generated. Normally, you would then simply wait until the end of the current period for MSF invoices to be automatically generated. Franchise 360 will then notify the email address you entered to let them know they've been done. However, for the purposes of this demo, I will click Manually Run MSF Invoices for the last period. This will create all of the MSF invoices for the last month. Once created, the invoices are visible in the Search tab. Clicking on a particular invoice will take you to the details for that invoice. As you can see, it's created two lines, one for 5% of turnover, one for website hosting and email. From this page, you then have a number of options. You can click on the Issue button, which will mark the invoice as issued, making it visible to the franchisee, and it will send them a notification that they have a new invoice. Alternatively, you can click the Preview button, which will generate a PDF of the invoice if you need to have a physical copy. Finally, if you want to see the details of the invoices which make up this franchisee's turnover, you can click on the Linked Invoices tab. From here, you can also remove a linked invoice if it should not be charged in the management service fees for some reason, either temporarily or permanently, and you can click the Link to MSF button if you want to add an invoice which was added after the period was actually completed. As well as managing invoices one at a time, Franchise 360 also allows you to issue your invoices and mark them as paid in bulk. To do this, go to the Manage tab and put a checkbox against all the invoices you want to issue, and then simply click the Issue Invoices button. The same occurs for payment. Simply flag them and mark them as paid. Finally, once you have been generating MSF invoices for a while, it can be useful to have some analysis of where your revenue is coming from. This can be viewed through the Analysis tab, which shows you the revenue by franchisee or the revenue by period. Each report can be adjusted to give more specific data using the filters at the top. Hopefully, that has given you a good understanding of the management service fee functionality available within Franchise 360. If you have any further questions or want to know more, please feel free to contact us directly or visit our website www.franchise360.co.uk.